Happy New Year, everyone. Shelley Shearer here with Living Well with Shell. Today I would like to talk to you a little bit about a topical antibiotic, an actual prescription drug that I have changed to. Oral antibiotics can be really dangerous in long-term use, and I'm the first to admit that actually I have been using them quite steadily for the last couple of years because of deep cystic acne that was being caused by hormonal changes in my body. Now, I have struggled with acne my entire adult life, since 14 years of age. As soon as my hormones started changing, I have struggled with breakouts and skin issues. It's just been an ongoing battle as an adult. Very annoying. What was interesting is now that I'm going through menopause, I realized so much of it was caused by hormones. Not sure what the doctors could have done about it for the last 30 years, but now at least I know what was causing it more than anything else, not just diet and things like that. However, the last couple of years coming into menopause with my hormones all over the map, I was getting really bad breakouts all the time, but they were getting very specific to my cycle. So we really narrowed it down that these deep cystic boils were being caused by my hormones. So the problem with our age is we don't heal as well as we used to. So you get these deep cystic boils, they come up, they break the surface, they're full of pus, but they've now caused literally a crater effect on your face. And if you're like me and you're a little bit susceptible, to viral infections, then the cold sore virus settles in, which of course I have it in my body ever since I was a kid. And sometimes you have to go on Valtrex for that. So it's like a double whammy. That is really hard on the body. Now, I'm aware of it, but you're battling it. There's a bit of vanity involved, I'm not going to lie, and you're just trying to struggle to keep it under control, okay? Now, I went to my naturopath, not even my GP, which kind of annoyed me. Why didn't he suggest this? And said, listen, we've got to find a topical solution. What's new and exciting out there that I might have missed? In the end, he just wrote me a prescription for I get this, it's so funny. Clindamycin, it's really not that difficult, with benzoyl peroxide in it, okay? So it's spectacular, but guys, $100 here in Canada for this tube. It should last me at least a year. You put on a very thin layer once a day, which is crazy. You so desperately want to slather it on and do it a couple of times thinking that can't get the job done. It is getting the job done. This is 3 months now, and I am clear. I microneedle to help lift scarring from prior injuries and breakouts. So my skin has never looked better than it has the last couple of months, and I'm very grateful to my doctor for that. But what was happening in September was I really noticed I was having digestive issues, and I had terrible breath. And my husband commented on it, but I didn't need him to. I could taste it, smell it when I was brushing my teeth in the morning. It's like, what is that? Now, a little oral health care segue. We get bacteria up under the gums. That's why flossing is so important, and then rinsing after. Not just those little sticky things that get food out of your mouth. That's not the same as actual flossing with a string of floss that you can roll around each tooth. Rinse your mouth. That is the largest contributor to bad breath. But when someone has been on antibiotics or has other digestive issues over a long period of time, it can come up off the stomach, okay? So my suggestion to you is if you have been on antibiotics, first of all, I was very lucky. I was on a penicillin-based, so very specific and a simple antibiotic. Please do not use broad-spectrum antibiotics, and if your doctor is giving them to you, question him on them. Those are for life-threatening, unknown sometimes even, infections. And if you're ever put into a hospital and you need them and you've been using them for things like acne or simple infections or for the wrong type of issue, you're going to become resistant, and you could literally lose your life over an infection later on in life if you've become resistant to antibiotics. They are an amazing discovery, but they should not be abused, okay? So I have been having great luck with this. I even had a cystic boil growing right here under my edge of my nose. It was so painful. Probably ate some chocolate over the holidays I shouldn't have, and because I'm very sensitive to it. 2 days, touched it up, didn't squeeze it, it was gone completely. That has never happened before. Once a cystic boil starts, man, they come right to the surface. They last 3 weeks, they break open, they leave a lovely scar. It's wonderful. So the nice thing about this is I put it on once a day. It's very thin, just a thin coat around anywhere that I tend to break out, and when I've got a little bump starting, and it's just gone. I haven't had nothing come to the surface in over a month. It's like, thank you. All right, so consider this. Get yourself on a good pro and prebiotic to reset your gut flora. Your gut flora is the basis of good health. If your stomach and intestinal linings are not intact, having the right flora in them, the right bugs in them to eat and create the things you need them to do, and the bad stuff starved off, you are going to have issues in your health. That's just the deal. Now, as a celiac, I sort of deal with things all the time. So I noticed in September, I had a lot of bloating, of course, the bad breath, digestive issues. I deal with those things all the time with my health, but this was above and beyond. As well as I have acute fibromyalgia, and that creates a lot of IBS and other issues as well. Again, this was slightly different, and I knew what was causing it, and it was time to deal with it. All right? So I highly recommend this for people that keep taking oral antibiotics for acne. Please consider a change. I have found that this particular combination works brilliantly. Now, I have used Neomedrol in the past, but I've always just kept it in my drawer. More or less, it just dries things up, but I never found it battled the infection properly. I don't know why. It might be personal to me. I'm a big advocate of saying, you know what, you need to try things. What's good for one person may not be good for everybody, okay? So talk to your doctor, your healthcare professionals, do a little research, and find the best solution for you. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll catch you on the flip side.